Hello! So do you remember when I first tried the Prophecy dungeon with two of my clan mates? So back to when Season of Arrival started, it was rough for us. But now I wanted to do something that not only expects me to rip my hair off, but also pure dedication. And so, I had achieved what I thought was not possible for me. It was in fact my first solo dungeon flawless. It took me over the course of 4 weeks on and off for me to attempt it, and I even did it on the live stream and it was so close. Off stream I decided to have another stab at it and the following next day, and so I recorded my further attempts and thank God I managed to finally do it. So I've managed to record my attempts and I've actually managed to get my flawless done. So in this video I am going to show you how I got my first solo dungeon flawless in Destiny 2, starting with Prophecy. So without further ado, let's begin. First, you don't need to do this first opening encounter, so what I did is, as soon as I go through the portal, I equip my Falling Guillotine on. I was running my Hunter class for this run, so I also switched to Stompies, and what I do is I go to the first spear platform and jump into the open tunnel above me, and as soon as I slide on the wall, I then slash with my sword all the way up until I swift to the left side, and with good timing, I then push my final jump boost so I can cling to the ledge and pull up immediately like I'm showing you right now. If I had sword ammo left, I would skip going around to the flanks echo boss and just jump across the middle, slashing my sword midway, but had to go the long way instead. So, for the flanks echo boss, my weapons are the Mountaintop, Ignos SMG and Anarchy that you get from Scourge of the Past. Throughout the rest of the dungeon, I equipped my 6th Coyote Exotic Armor, which allows you to have a second dodge charge. The rest I equipped the Scourge of the Past gear and Last Wish gear with Taken mods on. One of them I equipped are the Taken Armaments, which allows me to get heavy ammo whenever I kill a Taken enemy. The rest I equipped is the Taken Barrier, which you get a 10-second damage reduction from the Taken, but the more you stack, the more damage resistance you'll get. I also mixed up my minor, major resists and concussive dampeners to take much less damage from them. Also, I use Bottom Tree Void Oppressive Darkness, which increases the damage whenever you throw a grenade, so it's more handy for bosses, but can also be handy for ads clearing too. Once I have rallied, it is time to start the encounter. So how I normally start is by throwing my Void Grenade directly when the first knight spawns. I then go Invis and use my first dodge to gain back the Invis. Once safe to do so, I then use my Mountaintop on the knight twice, and the motes start to drop. I then go Invis to pick them up, and use my dodge near the ads to get my Invis back. Repeat the process until you reach 5 motes, but I have to go Invis before I pick the last set of motes, as if I dodge, I will lose the orb required to dunk to the correct place. I also made sure that I clear off the signs too, as they do multiply, and they can make running flawless much tougher. So by clearing the signs, it will make things a whole lot easier. I then repeat the process until the shield is down and the boss DPS can begin. Firstly, I use my grenade and oppressive darkness to kickstart the damage, and then Anarchy on the boss right away. Once the goblins start to spawn, I then use my tether to prevent the goblins tethering the boss to prevent me doing damage to it. For a Titan or Warlock, it's very possible to one-phase solo with the Falling Guillotine because you've got the Bubble and the Well of Radiance as well. But possibly not with Hunters, and if done right, it is possible to two-phase, but if you're like really hardcore, it can be done one phase, and I do believe that I know someone has done it one phase on the Hunter before. If you can't one phase, then you can repeat the process until the flanks echo is defeated. And now we're on to the Wasteland. Once I was there, I switched my weapon loadout for the next 2 sections. I still keep the Mountaintop and Ignis SMG, but now I switched to my Xenovage, and all will be explained when we get to the Cube Room. But first, we need to go find the Taken Blights, take care of the snipers first, clear the ads, and then take out the Blights before and do it 3 more times before the HUD says the way is open. And now we're into the Cube Room. So for this encounter, I'm doing pretty much the same thing with the motes and the knights, but this time there will be snipers at the top, which I need to locate and kill them to spawn in a knight. So as soon as I know which moat I need to dunk wherever Toland is at, unless he's on the ceiling, I locate them and take them out with my Sinnoh, which does one shot. Then I go invis and locate the knights dodging near the ads to get back the invis. I use the Sinnoh on the knights as well in 3 ammos. So I go invis and pick the last of the moats, and then all I need to do is go find where Toland is at and then dunk it right there. So dodge near the ads, go to the middle and go invis. If you want, you can clear the ads, but I didn't bother at the time, so whatever you're most comfortable with, you can go invis straight to the middle, or you can just clear the ads and then you can go straight in the middle as well. But it's up to you. You gotta repeat the process several times until you end up in the room, you know, which looks a bit like this, where 2 bosses will spawn on left and right. So use everything that you got. You can use your tether on one of them, and you can use the Sinnoh for the rest of them. But they're easy to take out, and but be careful with the ads, because they do, you know, hit you like a ton of bricks. And once both of them ultras are down, you can then do the fun part, which is the Dead Sea, otherwise known as River Road or Rainbow Road, as most of my friends call it. Now watch carefully as to how I do it. It's very important to really take your time on this run and don't take any risks or rush it through, as you know, if you mess up then you're going to have to start all over. Once you've made it across, you'll get sucked into the last area, and finally you'll be approaching the Kel Echo encounter. So for this I switched back to my Anarchy and still have my mountaintop on, but I've actually changed my energy weapon to Point of the Stag Bow, which I will explain when we get to the boss DPS phase. So you'll be doing exactly the same thing as you did in the Flanks Echo boss, but you'll get like 3 dunking points, and it will tell you which kind of bolts you need. So it can be 2 darks and 1 light, or all dark or all lights, or 2 darks and 1 light, whatever. So once again, find the knight, kill it with my mountaintop and collect motes and go invis. So you know the drill. So once the first mote is dunked, the ogre will appear, and what I did on this one is I threw a grenade. Well, I dodged, I threw a grenade and go invis. Because when it sticks to the ogre just barely moves, so it's better to do it sooner rather than later. And because with the oppressive darkness and the void grenades, it fills back your melee ability, which means you'll be able to get your invis back without requiring to dodge again. So then I'll finish off the ogre with the mountaintop and then just carry on like you did earlier. So once all required motes are dunked, I dodged and head straight to the middle. I got my invis on to make sure I don't get hit by the other ads, dodged again, whatever, and it's time for the boss DPS phase. So what I did here was to throw a grenade at the boss and stick 2 Anarchy, maybe 3 Anarchy ammos on. Then I dodged the big darkness portal, which sends me back to the start if I get hit by that. So I shot my Anarchy ammo at the boss again, and dodge the portal 2 more times. Then the Cow Echo will teleport further back, normally to the right hand side. So I go in Viz and then locate the snipers and take them out one by one. But it's also important to stay close to the boss because you do have the Dark Entropy mechanic. So if you have 10 of those, it will kill you, and your flawless will be ruined, and you have to do it all over again. So it's important to, you know, just move forward as you go. So once the sniper gets taken out, you move forward. One sniper gone, you move forward as well. So better watch carefully on your HUD, and it's important to stay close to the boss. The boss doesn't actually damage you too much, so I wouldn't worry too much if you're too close to the boss or anything. Just as long as you dodge the big portal coming towards you, you really do not want to be sent straight back. So once most of the snipers, and it's safe for me to do more of the damage phase, I do it with the mountain tops, as I like to save my Anarchy. But if you want to use the Anarchy, then that should be okay. So once you've made it across to the other side, make sure that both snipers on the other side are cleared. And then you can either go from behind, or you can just, you know, do it from there. It's up to you, but I just do it from there anyway. So I tether the boss, and I pause for a moment as soon as the portal comes towards me, and finish off the tether, and then I use the last of the Anarchy, and then that should be the damage phase done for now. And unless, because you don't have the falling guillotine, you can only do it in 4 phases, so you gotta do it 3 more times. So you gotta do everything what you just did the first time again, but you have different rooms, so sometimes you may be lucky, sometimes you're not so lucky, because, you know, all moats require different moats, you know what I mean? And you're in and there are some rooms that are quite difficult to do, so, but the key thing is patience, and that's all there is. So take your time, and don't take any risks. Make sure that you're in open space and clear the ads as much as possible, and that shouldn't be an issue. And so this is the moments where I actually finally managed to get last of the damage phase done, and so there it is. After so many attempts, I had finally got my solo flawless, and my first ever in any Destiny 2 dungeon ever. So if you're looking to get one done for yourself, then watch this video. If I can do it, you can do it. Always believe in yourself. Next time I will be attempting Pit of Hersey, and then the Shattered Throne. I hope you do find this video useful. If you do, then please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos coming your way. Hope you're having a good day, and I will see you later.